Hello everybody, let's talk about EFA. I already discussed in part 1, right? So we should have a minimum of 200 data sets to do EFA, but in this SAQ 8 data sets we have 2571 observations with 8 variables, so no issues at all, right? So let's see. First of all, we have to call library, right? Site library is there, and then we check YAML inside that data sets, right? We keep that 2571 data sets file inside of it, and let's see what the output will come here. Now let's run. Now see, overall 82, right? So 82 means data are good. Above 60 we'll consider it. Less than 50 there is very poor data. We will not take this each item. So it is all the data are above 60, right? It is considered to be taken all the variables, all the components. So this is fine, no issues at all. And there is another thing according to the Kaiser rule, right? We have one or more than one those questionnaires only can be taken, those components can be. We have 1, 2, 3, total 8 components. We call it as 8 variables, but we are going to take only the components which is more than 1 or 1 plus. We know, right? Let's run what it comes. See, I think that this thing's significant. I think just a moment. Look, here eigenvalue, right? 1 or 1 plus according to the Kaiser rule. So 3.05 is accepted and 1.06 is accepted because it is 1 and 1 or 1 plus. So other we have to reject it because it is not satisfied the Kaiser rule. That's why we are taking only 2 components to do the EFA, okay, exploratory factor analysis. So overall, if you run core test, Bartlett test, Bartlett test, here also seems significance, right? Chi-square test seems to be significance, means this data is okay. This data is okay for performing EFA, and it is confirmed through Kaiser 1 or 1 plus rule. Also, we just take 2 components, right? 2 PCA components we are taking to perform EFA. Okay. Now let's go. This is the plot. Inside package screen direct command show plot and bend given near to. There is one more thing we learned in PCA, right? Wherever the first bend is there, that we should take. That's what. Let's see the image. According to this image, we see it is bent in 2. So we are taking 2 components. The written 2 components from PCA. So n facts equals to 2. From PCA we are taking only 2 components. You know, according to Kaiser rules, only 2 components can be taken. That's why we are using 2 components. Now here we are performing factor analysis. For factor analysis there is one function name fact null, right? FACT fact null. Here we keep all the 2571 questionnaire data sets, and here we keep n facts means 2. We are taking 2 components because 2 components only we can check according to the Kaiser rule, right? And rotation varimax will rotate the variables and give the most appropriate. That's why we kept varimax. Okay. So now let's print. Now let's see what happened when I run this. This will set in a fit variable, right? Now let's print it. Okay. Let's see in a console. That's why I have used print command. This fit you should print, and you give only 2 digit. Okay, you do not give more than like this, only except 2 digit. Cutoff means 0.3. If correlation rules, you know, right? If data is more than 0.25, less than 0.25 means you have to reject that 0.25 data in correlation, right? So round off, we are accepting that 0.3, above 0.3 value only you accept it. That's why we kept cutoff, and sort is true is it will sort the data also. So now see, this is the actual result. What this result tells, we are using serially, right? Here it seems to be fine, but let's see what happened. Question 1 0.64, it is question number 1, 4 and 5 are grouped and in a one place, and number questions number 7 is separate, and question number 2 is do not have, because it is less than 0.3. So question number 1, question number 2 you have to remove it, or it is removed, right? Question number 3 also okay. Question number 6 in factor 1, factor 2 it is there. So question number 8, those are the variables, those are the factors, right? We have to accept it. That's what the interpretation tells that. So here you can see this is the result of factor analysis. So here test of the hypothesis is the two factor sufficient, right? So ultimately this taking these two PCA components, it seems to be, this model seems to be significant. Significant means those twos are okay for this factor analysis, right? So PCA result over theory, this much factor, we can directly place that data to test, test what? Type data to test, right? EFA theory data validate, use it. EFA theory data we validate and use it. PCA then EFA. First we have to perform PCA, then EFA, right? EFA means those are the result you can see, and here what we have to do is question number 2 is not needed, and other seems to be factor 1, some are the missing, factor 2, whatever the data seen and above 0.3, right? Those question these things, those questionnaires you can take it for further analysis, okay? So here this model seems to be significant. From PC we have extracted two components, that two components we performed EFA and that found to be significant. Only the question number 2 do not made the criteria, right? 0.25 or 0.3 less than, that's why it is removed, and others are fine for further analysis. So here is the first thing you need to understand. First we need to do PCA analysis, principal component analysis, then we perform EFA sequentially. If you go exploratory factor analysis, CFA confirmatory factor analysis, then we go SME structure equation modeling, then only PLS SME, right? You have to follow this path. Some people without understanding this PCA, EFA, CFA, right, they directly perform PLS SME, alright? So that might be some conflict in thought. You should go one by one. PCA need 100 data sets. If you are performing EFA means PCA should have 200. So EFA criteria is 200, CFA is 400. Likewise, you need to learn everything. Then you can understand PCA, EFA. Thank you very much.